Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This is going to be a little different video. You'll notice the title is Thank You, Thank You, Thank You. You know, sometimes in life, we get a little busy. Life, family, work, hobbies, YouTube videos, whatever. And sometimes we forget to just kind of stop and just take a look at the bigger picture. And sometimes we forget to say thank you. So that's really what this video is today, is my way of saying thank you 3 different ways. The first thank you that I want to say and put out there is thank you for all of you followers. It doesn't matter if you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, our Patreon sponsors, all of our forum members. You know, you guys really make this possible. It's something that I do and I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about Tesla, the cars, the products, just the whole mission. And if it wasn't for viewers like you and the people out on the internet consuming basically what I do, none of this would be possible. So I want to say a great big thank you to all of you out there who follow me. It doesn't matter what social media platform you're on. It's really important to me. The other part I want to say thank you to, of course, is the huge community of people that we have on the Model 3 Owners Club forum. You guys have really made this whole thing just like, it got so much bigger than I ever anticipated. You know, 3.5 years ago, when I started this whole thing, I had no idea it was going to get this big. I just wanted to do something for, you know, for all these people that were going to be getting Model 3s out there. I wanted a nice, calm, even-keeled, friendly place for people to discuss this car. And it certainly has blossomed into something just truly wonderful. Along with that, I also want to say a great big thanks to our forum sponsors. Now, these guys help pay the bills, and I've made sure that we've got some very good sponsors on the forum to make sure that they bring you reputable products and services. So I want to say a big shout out to all of our sponsors on the forum. That includes Evanex, EV Tuning Solutions, T-Sportline, First Impressions Auto Shield, Peach State Detail, Evoto Rentals, Mountain Pass Performance, Get You Wheels, Dulaband Insurance Brokers, Fine Lab Nanotechnology and Ceramic Coatings, and Kenrico Center Console Wraps for the Model 3. All of these sponsors have proven to be reputable businesses, great products and services for all of our community. So I really encourage you to go and check them out on our forum. So a huge thank you for all of you guys. Really made the community really special. Now, the second big thank you really goes out to the YouTube community. Without the YouTube thing going on, Model 3 Owners Club would not be as big as it is today. And everything I do started out really from the very first video that I put out there. Now, I've lost count how many videos I've got on there, probably over 250 videos. They're all kind of Model 3 and Tesla related. So if it wasn't for you as subscribers and the public at large looking at the videos, a lot of the stuff that I do would just not be possible. So I want to say a huge thank you. Along with that, I want to spend a little bit of time and just say thank you to a few YouTube channels and personalities have been super kind and really helped the whole thing grow. The first one I want to thank really is Bjorn Nyland. Now, Bjorn, I don't know him personally. I've had a couple of conversations with him. I met him at the Tesla reveal event last year, the delivery event last year. A really nice guy. But if it wasn't for him doing his daily or almost daily Tesla videos, I would have never had, you know, the impetus or anything like that to actually start my my YouTube channel. So he's kind of like the grandfather of everything Tesla related. So Bjorn, if you're watching, thank you, buddy. You've really helped me, you know, get out there and do that. The other thank you I want to give out to another YouTube channel is Kim and PJ from the LikeTesla channel. Now, these guys have gone over and above. They've been super kind to me. You know, last year when I went to the Model 3 delivery event, I went on their ticket. They were very gracious to invite me to come out because I didn't have referrals. I didn't own a Tesla at the time. So there is no way that I would have been able to get out to that historic event if it wasn't for those guys. So thank you. You guys have been super nice to me and super, super supportive. The other YouTube channel I want to say a big thank you to is Ben Solons. Now, Ben runs Teslanomics. Much like me, he started out with nothing, and he grew really, really big. And he was very kind. He had me on the show last year for an interview, and we had a lot of fun. And at the same time, I also met him a couple occasions last year during the VIP event and the Tesla Model 3 delivery event last year. And he also put together TeslaCon, and he was very kind to invite me to participate in that. So thank you very much, Ben. It was a lot of fun. And we also got to participate in the very first Tesla Tubers, as we like to call it. Kind of a get-together of most of the Tesla personalities that do things on YouTube and stuff. And we really had a blast. So I'm really hoping to be able to do that again for the Model Y event and have a lot of fun with all of my friends on there. It's important for me to remember to say to everybody, you know, the YouTube community, I see it as a whole family. I don't see it as competition. Everybody has their own little take. We all have our own little fun thing to do and stuff. So I love all of you guys. It's a lot of fun to be able to create content either separately and sometimes even together. Speaking of which, big shout out to Zach and Jesse from the Now You Know channel. I was on their one of their episodes last year, and we had a lot of fun. If you haven't seen the video, it's a little fun. Zach and I sitting in bed and interviewing each other was a little fun. And that was after the TeslaCon. No, not the TeslaCon. That was the Tesla Tubers event that Ben organized last year. So, like you guys are awesome. I met them on a few occasions. They're super supportive. Also want to point out there is a new Tesla channel out there, and it's run by my good friend, Michael Bodner. Now, Michael, you know, he was with me right from the beginning when I started the Model 3 Owners Club podcast. He's focusing his energies on his YouTube channel. I just want to say a great big thank you. Michael has been super supportive. He's been there without delay, you know, every single time we've done a podcast. So big shout out. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel, please do so. He's got a really neat angle on things, and he needs all the support you can get. So it's Teslatunity. So check him out. Thanks, Michael. You're a very good friend. And we will see you again, of course. We'll do another podcast together sometime. And hey, you have enough referrals now. You can get down to the Model Y reveal event and participate in some of that YouTube stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. Well, there are a few other Tesla YouTube channels I want to give it a shout out to because they were also instrumental at me at the same time with Bjorn and starting out. Big shout out to Chris, also known as KManAuto. Alex Venz, Brett the Nerdy Engineer, Brandon at Teslavangelist, Eric and Dave, of course, at Tesla Inventory. You guys are a lot of fun to watch. And Rich Rebuilds, if you haven't checked out, also known as Car Guru. I want to say a big thank you for your constant humor and laughter. You really crack me up, dude. So I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you sometime. So keep up the great work, all of you on the Tesla YouTube community. One last thank you with this group before I move on to the last thank you is I want to give a big shout out. Now, he's not on YouTube, but he's a dear friend of mine, Ryan McCaffrey. He does the Ride the Lightning unofficial Tesla podcast. Now, if you haven't subscribed to his podcast, you know, pause this video, go do it now. I'll wait. It's cool. All right, you back now? You know, Ryan has been very, very supportive of everything that I've done right from the beginning. I was like a day one listener to his podcast, and you know what? When I see Ryan doing his podcast day in and day out, every single week without missing, it really gives me, you know, a drive that sometimes I'm missing to get content out there. So I really admire what you're doing, Ryan. We have to get together again, and hopefully it'll happen again at the Model Y event. I owe you a burger at In-N-Out. So thank you for being such a great friend, even, you know, both online and offline. Really looking forward to seeing you again. So thanks for that. Yeah, he really inspires me to really get going on that. Now, the last thank you, this is the third thank you in this, is, I don't know where to begin. Sorry. I'm just going to put it out there. Thanks to all of you who have used my Tesla referral code when you place your order for a Tesla. Doesn't matter if it's a Model X, a Model 3, or a Model S. Because you guys, I want a Roadster. And I don't know how to say thank you. I'm still pinching myself over the ordeal. I don't know what to think of it. So at least 55 of you out there have used my referral code and won me this car. I've never won anything before of this caliber, so I'm sorry. Yeah, just big thank you. It hasn't sunk in yet, I'm still a little bit emotional about the whole thing. Again, we're not going to see the car for a couple of years, so I have some time to really think about what's going to happen next. I know a lot of you have a lot of questions about the referral program, and maybe I'll spend a couple minutes and just explain how it works a little bit. So the first thing you need to do in order to get a referral code, of course, is be an owner of a Tesla. So you guys, that buy a Tesla get a referral code. And I'll tell you, most of my referrals have really come from two places. One is social media, of course, and that includes YouTube, of course. And the other one is really boots on the ground. I mean, I go out to a lot of different events and I meet a lot of people. And I have a little business card. And, just as a thank you, I just say, look, if you ever think about buying a Tesla, whatever, just use the referral code because there's a perk in it for you and a little bit for me too. The referral program is basically 5 physical prizes of various calibers, the wall connector, and it changes every quarter. And then once you reach the 5 level, you drop into the second level, which is really the grand prize, which is the Roadster. Every referral gives you a 2% discount. And I've collected all 55, so there's the first 5 plus the additional 50, to get a 100% discount on the Roadster. Now, when I first started out getting these referrals, because I've only owned a Tesla since December of last year, so it's almost a year now, so it's taken me a year to get to this point. I never had in a million years ever thought that I'd ever win a prize like this. And it's, it took a lot of time, and let's face it, most of the referrals really came from Model S and Model X because those are the only cars that really qualified at the time. But now that they've opened up to Model 3s, it accelerated somewhat. So I just want to say a great big thank you to all of you out there for doing that. So every referral that you get gets you a 2% discount. Ultimately, if you get to 100%, well, the car is essentially free. And that's precisely what's happened. Depending on how Tesla delivers the car, they word it in the referral program as a 100% discount. What that means at the end of the day in terms of tax exposure, I'm not 100% how it really works. I'm trying to get some clarification from them as to what to expect. Best case scenario is, especially in Canada, because if it's considered a lottery winning, we're not taxed on that. So, I would basically get the car for free or $0. There'll be some fees like delivery. I would expect to pay for delivery, registration fees and so on and so forth. So I don't think there's any tax exposure as far as I'm concerned. Now, that will change should I decide to ever sell the car because that triggers capital gains for us. So that's a different matter altogether. But like I said, it all depends on how Tesla presents it on the motor vehicle agreement. So if I find out, I've emailed the referral people to try to get some clarification on that, and I'll let you know as far as that's concerned. The other thing too is I'm sure some of you are probably wondering what I'm going to name this car, and to be honest with you, it's not something that even crossed my mind until I hit about 70%, and then I thought, wow, this could really happen. And I'll be honest, I have a name picked out. And I'm going to keep that close to my chest. I'm not going to reveal that quite yet. Some things are good. Some good things are worth waiting for. I'll reveal that when it gets a little closer. But I think you're going to like the name. There's a whole story that goes around it, and when the time comes, I'll tell you all about that. Some of you might ask about color. Well, my opinion is that until we see the full color palette of what Tesla will offer, I haven't really made a decision, but I'm heavily leaning towards the white. They showed a white Roadster at the shareholder meeting earlier this year, and they also took it to Europe. Now, I don't know if it's a natural drivable prototype, but it doesn't matter. If watching the YouTube videos, I like white. The contrast between the white and the black really appeals to me. The red is also a consideration if they actually offer that really nice red that they've done on the prototype. They've been teasing this red for some time now. They showed the original Model 3 at the reveal event in 2016. Now, it was a non-functioning prototype, but that brilliant red that they have is certainly under consideration. So we'll see when the time comes. I haven't really made up my mind, but so far I'm really leaning towards the white. The last thing I want to say about the Roadster situation is I am going to make good on my promise. I said to you before that if I won this car, that I would take it on a North American tour across Canada and the US to allow all of you viewers, the people that have used my referral code or not, doesn't matter. Everybody gets a chance to see the car and hopefully take a ride in it as well. That is not an empty promise. That will happen. One of the reasons I want to do this is because I've never done any kind of road trip of that caliber. I've never been across Canada. I've never been across the US. I mean, I've visited lots of places before, but outside of going maybe like an hour outside of town on a rental car or anything, I've never really seen, a lot of those places in North America. So that's something on my bucket list I've always wanted to do, and this really gives me the opportunity to do it. So yeah, you can look forward to that. Again, we don't know the timing because Tesla said this is going to be a car that's going to be produced in 2020. So it could be summer of 2020. It could be 2021. I don't know. But I've already started planning a little bit of a route on Google Maps, trying to get an idea of where I want to go and get some sightseeing and so on and so forth. So if you did use my referral code, please somehow get in touch with me. It doesn't matter if it's on the forum or through Twitter, email. Try to get a hold of me because I would like a list of the people that helped me get to this point. The referral program list in your Tesla account does not give you anybody's names. There was a time when Tesla gave you the first name and last name. They stopped that practice. So all I have is first names for most people. In some cases, I only have a single letter, so I don't know who all of you are. Some of you I do know because you have reached out. Thank you for very much for doing that. But if you did use my referral code, please try and get a hold of me. I'd like your first name and last name, contact information, so that when this happens, we can try and coordinate so that everybody who's in North America really gets a chance to participate and appreciate. And I want to meet all of you because it's super important to me. Yeah, I've been rambling now for a little while, so I'm going to stop. And but like I said, I just want to repeat again. A huge thank you for all of you for really allowing me to get to this place and for your continued patronage. And like I said, the videos without an audience, the YouTube, the forum members, all this other stuff, without an audience, without participation, my efforts are worthless. So it really makes me happy to see that all of you really like the content. And I promise I will bring you a lot more. So with that, I will let you go. Thanks for watching the video. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.